All right, well, thank you everybody for joining us today. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. No, I was just going to introduce you real quick. So this is Aubrey from Distributor Central. Thanks for joining us for this edition of DC's co-branded webinar. Today, we're excited to have Katie Pritchard of Promopet presenting on the demand for promotional pet products. Distributor Central will also be showing you how to feature these items on your website or on a template created for you based on these pet products. A little housekeeping before we get started. Looking at your GoToWebinar panel, you will see a question section. Throughout the webinar, please feel free to ask any questions in this area. We will get to as many of them as time allows during the webinar, but we'll also address any of the rest of those on a follow-up afterward. Now I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Katie.
Great, thanks, Aubrey. Thank you everybody for joining us today. I'm Katie. I'm the communications coordinator at Promopet. For anybody who may not be aware, Promopet is part of the Woven Group, along with Woven and Footprints USA. Woven's been around for a while, but Promopet joined the ranks about 12 years ago. We were one of the first suppliers in the promotional products industry to focus exclusively on pet products, and it's still what we're specializing in today. So basically, the demand for pet-related items has been unstoppable. There's been a year-over-year increase in sales for about the last 25 years. This year is expected to reach 110 billion. Nearly 70% of US households have at least one pet. So obviously they're very beloved members of our family. A lot of this is driven by two of our largest generations, which are the baby boomers and the millennials. At this point in time, they are more likely to have pets than children living at home. Additionally, aging adults now keep animals for longer and for later in life than they have in previous decades. So these are very strong demographic groups to target for effective marketing campaigns, and often can lead to instant success and a lot of reorder potential for those pet-related promo products. Historically, we've seen a demand for promotional items for a lot of pets or vets and groomers, but in recent years, there's been a bit of a shift more towards local community events, pet-friendly hotels, bars and restaurants, housing complexes, and communities that are really promoting that responsible pet ownership. Even before COVID, we were transitioning as a society into having more humanized relationships with our pets, and that mentality has really been accelerated by the pandemic. A lot of that is due to the safer at home orders and a lot of people working from home. So people have really become more bonded with their pets in the last year than we really ever have before. So because of this, and because we're spending more time with our pets, we want them to be comfortable, we want them to be healthy, and we want to be able to have a lot of shared experiences with them. It's expected that these trends will continue to be prevalent because of millennials and Generation Z. These are both generations that really are on the cutting edge of pet parenting. They like to celebrate a lot of milestones that in previous generations people celebrated with children, such as birthdays, and maybe there's a puppy training graduation. People are now celebrating these with their pets rather than humans. So, and Gen Z is really big on that humanization of pet relationships, and a lot of them are now coming into early adulthood. So it's just expected that this will continue to trend and shape future trends in this industry. So the demand is really growing quickly as a lot of end users are realizing that pet owners are a really great niche market to target. As that demand grows, we have not seen, in Promopet, we have not seen any declining categories basically since Promopet began. We do see some top trends consistently across the board. A lot of those are your more practical items, which tend to be a lot of your daily use items. So we call those the best in show. That's going to be things like toys, collars and leashes, a lot of the waist bag dispensers and bandanas. Those are consistently popular across the board. And then your items like leashes and waist bag dispensers in particular, because they can be used multiple times a day, they provide a really great cost per impression. And then those daily items like waist bag dispensers, because they're used so often, they can be likened to being used as often as something like a promotional mug or a promotional pen. So again, items like this have a really strong reorder potential. With many promotional products, price point is important, but it has to have an added value behind it to include more value to a recipient. So there are a lot of really great inexpensive pet items that sell really well, such as, again, pet bandanas, these dispensers, the strobe tags, and the rescue window decal that you see on the slide, which is one of our most popular items. So that with the strobe tags, they're really affordable items, but they also have that added benefit of pet safety. So these are something that really appeal highly to pet owners, and pet owners really appreciate things like that because they have a practical use. So across the board, some of our best selling items in pet promos, or what makes a bestseller, again, the basics. And I guess I can't stress this enough. So again, going back to those leashes, the dispensers, the strobe tags, because they're so practical and can be used daily. So very much appreciated by pet owners. Also travel products. And I think that because, again, we've had a chance to really bond with our pets in the last year or so, it's expected that traveling with pets is probably going to become more popular in the future. So we can expect to see an increased demand for pet-friendly travel options and pet-friendly destinations. So things like portable bowls and bag dispensers for cleanup tend to do really well because, again, of their practical use, and you can easily take them to a park or on vacation with you. Toys also tend to do really well because part of it is people really enjoy spoiling their pets, but it's also, you can liken it to something similar as a plush toy for a child. It's a relatively inexpensive purchase, and it's associated with really strong positive emotions for the receiving party. Apparel and pet wearables also tend to be really popular, such as our bandanas and t-shirts. Those are consistently strong sellers. And a lot of that is because people love dressing up their pets. They love posting them on social media, and it gives that brand a really wide reach. So our number one piece of advice for people is probably strays from what you would typically think, which is don't limit yourself selling to what you would probably think is the more intuitive. So the vets, the groomers, and the pet shelters. A lot of times, these are smaller businesses, so they don't have a large budget for pet promos, and they don't always see the value. So instead, we recommend that you already start with current customers and companies you're doing business with, and maybe help them consider a fresh new approach to their current marketing efforts. So a lot of companies, they're already doing an existing campaign. Sometimes it's easy to just tie pet promos into that. Because they're already reaching out to a target demographic, or maybe they have a clever slogan, or even the sponsorship of a pet-friendly community event, which can really boost the value for some of these types of items. Pet promos by the industry, pretty much almost any and every industry can benefit from selling pet promos. So you know, the online shopping trend, it seems like it's going to be here to stay for a while, at least for this foreseeable future. So anyone really with an online company store can consider adding a pet products category and including some of these items we've already discussed, the toys, the apparel, collars and leashes, and travel items. People also tend to like a blend of novelty pet apparel and practical accessories, and often those will sell better than children's items. People also love showing off their favorite liquor brand on their dog. I've seen this quite a bit on items like bandanas and leashes and collars. Pet promos can also do really well with big brands too, especially pet-friendly brands. If there's a hotel chain or a pet-friendly car company, car owners or car purchasers are very heavily influenced by the needs of their pets when they're car shopping. And a lot of people, I think more than 50% of people, would prefer to purchase a vehicle from a dealership or a company that's seen as pet friendly. So the real estate, mortgage, insurance industries are also really full of potential. A strong majority of this target market owns pets, and a large majority of home buyers take the needs of their pets into consideration when they're shopping for a home. So promo items make for really great leave behinds, especially because, again, going back to that, they can be associated with really positive feelings. The housing industry, pet-friendly apartments and retirement complexes are also popular. They know that allowing pets can be a really huge draw for potential new residents. Pet-related promo items really allow these groups to show their commitment to providing a happy, safe, and clean home and environment for pets, often by giving away products that can help care for them. So our focus at Promopet, we've always strived to be the #1 source for pet products by making it our #1 focus. We're very pet friendly here, and we are continually working to evaluate trends and offer new and affordable and safe pet promos. So we're constantly looking for strong pet products that we think can be successful in the promotional industry. And we're constantly looking at things like travel items, and a lot of those, again, daily accessories, dog walking accessories, and fun and affordable toys. We also have many items which are made in the USA, many of which are actually made at our corporate headquarters in Jackson, Wisconsin. And we are often striving to provide a large assortment of colors and competitive price points, often for our best-selling items, but also remaining focused on product and pet safety. We do take product safety very seriously, and we did, in early 2020, did earn our QCA accreditation. So that's all I have for you guys today. We're keeping it short and sweet. I want to thank you all for joining, and we can take some questions, and I can hand it back over to Aubrey.
Great. No, thanks so much, Katie. It looks like the main question we have right now is if the slides will be available, if you can make those available after the call.
Oh, yep, absolutely. We can do that. We will send that out.
Okay. And then I just got a question about food treats. Do you guys offer anything like that?
We do have a few treat options. I don't have specific information off the top of my head, so I would definitely recommend going to our website at promopet.com, and you should be able to find them there.
Awesome. Okay. That looks like that covers most of it. And we had a couple comments about some great ideas for approaching other industries. So that was some great information. Excellent. I know I would love to receive promo items for my 2 dogs that I have. I think I would value that over some of the things that I could get for myself. So that's great.
Yes.
So
I would agree.
Okay. So what So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually pass it over to Natalie here at Distributor Central, and she is going to go through some of the tools that we offer and how you guys can feature these products on a website, maybe specifically for pet products, or maybe just add them to your website.
Okay, can everybody see my screen? Aubrey, can you see mine now?
I see the homepage of DC, yep.
Okay. Okay, so for anybody that doesn't already have a Distributor Central account, All of our resources are totally free for distributors, thanks to suppliers such as Promopet. If you don't have an account, you can go to DistributorCentral.com and click on Start Today and fill out the form. And our team will review those. Usually review them about twice a day. And as long as you give us enough information, we will approve your account, or if we need more information to approve you as a distributor, we'll send you a follow-up email. But so today I'm going to go through and show you how to quickly create, with one of our website templates, how to create a pet promo website using all of Promopet's products. So I'm logging into my account here, and I'm going to go to Websites, Hosting Manager. I'm going to hit Add New Website. And I'm going to use our template that's called Vertical Market. And I've already preloaded, this template already has the product collections and the imagery that I need preloaded. And so it will be the same for you whenever you log in and do this. So you'll be able to follow this later if you want to follow along. This is recorded and we'll send this out. And these will be the exact same instructions for if you were going to do this on your own. So you'll hit use this template and you'll give it a name. You'll upload the logo you want on it. And I created like a cute little pet logo using Canva earlier today. So let's see. You just hit create my website. And then from here on this page, the first thing that we want to do is go to add products to your site. And this template has some different niche product collections. And since we're just wanting to focus on pets, we'll just go in and we'll delete the ones that aren't pet related. And so you can see here that I have a collection created that's for pet products, and it's just pulling all of the Promopet items. And then I've also created another one that's for trending products. That's the most trending items from Promopet right now that's people are searching for and finding in Distributor Central. And so now that I've made those changes, I'm going to hit publish all changes. And so then that's going to that website that I just created. It's going to update all of that to just have these products on the site. So now I'm going to close this and I'm going to go back to this page here. And I'm going to click customize your site. This is going to pull up our website editor. For some reason, it's going to the tablet view. This shows the different screen views of what your website's going to look like. So I always like to work on the desktop view, but you can see what it's going to look like no matter what screen somebody's looking from, and you can actually make changes based off of that. If anyone's actually interested in learning more about that, we do have, I'll go ahead and show you guys on DistributorCentral.com. You can go to resources, training videos, and we have several webinars that actually go over all of the pieces and the parts of using the website editor. But okay, so I'm in here now, and obviously this is kind of big, so I'm gonna adjust that. And I just double clicked on that and it brings up the editing capabilities for that block type. And this is where I can choose, I can reduce this to make it smaller. And so I reduced it for the different, if I wanted, I could tailor that more, but I'm going to move on for this. I'll hit save. And so then also one thing about this is it automatically put my logo down in the footer, and it also automatically pulled my contact information. This is going to pull from the contacts you have set up inside your Distributor Central account. It's going to automatically default to the main one. That's going to be the contact information you provided whenever you signed up for an account. You can create different contact types, and that's done outside within your account. If anybody needs instructions on how to do that, if maybe you didn't want all of your, maybe you don't want your address to show, if you go to help.distributorcentral.com and you click on the distributor section, account management, and then there's actually a help document on how to add and edit account contact information. And once you do that and you get back into the editor, then that's where you could go and if you wanted to change out the contact information. Okay, so now let's get back to this. I'm going to go ahead and save. So right now there's an image here that's, I think it was for real estate. So in order to change that image out, we're going to go here to library, images. And I've already loaded in, there's this image, this, and this image that kind of had to do with pets. And I just found those on unsplash.com. It's a free image resource that I use often when I'm trying to find images. But I'm gonna choose this one for the purpose of showing y'all how to do this. I'm gonna hit copy to clipboard right here for this image URL. Hit done. And I'll exit out of here. Now I'm going to go to settings. Under current page, I'm going to hit edit CSS. And under this .healthcare background image, you'll see there's this URL right here. I'm going to highlight that just from bracket to bracket. And now I'm going to paste in that other one that I copied, and that's going to switch out that image for me. So now I can close that. The next thing we want to do is change the text. So if you hit the source button, this actually kind of shows you what it looks like. This shows you the HTML. You can work either way. Sometimes I prefer to work on the HTML just so I don't mess up any of the formatting. But if you don't know HTML, it's usually easier to just kind of do it here. So put pet promotional products, add a subheading. And then I'm going to change this text. And I hit done. And so I don't like how that goes into there, so I'm going to double click on that again, and I'm going to make that 3 lines. Okay, I'll hit save. And you can always live preview to see what it's going to look like. So here's what we have so far. Go back into the editor. The next thing is we have a featured product ribbon here. And right now it's not pulling any, you notice on here it's just spinning. It was set to pull from one of the collections that we got rid of. So we'll want to make sure we double click on here, and instead of featured products, we'll choose collection. And then for the collections, I'm going to choose that trending pet products. And then there's some other options that you can play around with. If you want it to show the email product button, request more info, or the add to list button. Okay, I'll save that. We'll go back to the preview and refresh. And so now it's pulling in those trending products. And this is going to update based off of the most trending Promopet products inside Distributor Central and on distributor websites. So then now we can see that those 2 collections are showing here. And instead of the collections, we want it to go ahead and just show all the products. So we go back into the editor and you double click catalog block. You can kind of go through these different settings and fix it, alter it to how you see fit. But on show collection select screen, I'm going to choose no. And I'm going to have it to just use all collections by default. I'm going to hit done. And we'll save that. And go back to the live preview and refresh it. And so now it's pulling in the actual products there. Another thing too is if you just wanted it to have that ribbon and, you know, just they'd be able to search, you can always just remove this block. If you double click, you can hit delete. Okay, so the next thing we need to do, we've saved it. The next thing is if you want to change, so you notice the little icon up here, it's whatever was from that template we used. If you want to make that your own favicon, you can do that by going to settings, under global, edit icon. You'll just remove that one. And then you'll select a file, and it has to be at least 512 by 512 pixels. So now I'm going to go, let's see, go back here. And when I refresh this, that should change to that new, yeah, so now it's got my customized icon there. All right, so I'm going to go back here. And I think, so that covers pretty much all that we really have to do to customize, you know, to add our logo, our contact information, and all the pet products are there. So essentially, I could actually start sending this out to my customers and, you know, they can start using it and finding these pet products. If you want to take it one more step further, you can change the colors, like the main colors of like the buttons and maybe this color up here. And I'll show you just real quick the bare bones of being able to change the website color. So we'll go back into our main account and we'll click on Hosting Manager. We're going to go to Edit Themes and we'll hit Add New Theme. I'm going to name it Pet Promo. For the base theme, we want to choose Vertical Market because that's the theme that site is currently using. We hit Create Theme. So this is going to pull up our theme editor. If you're savvy with CSS and HTML, Bootstrap, then this, you may even be able to take these, you know, changing the colors and the style of your site a bit farther. But if you're not real web savvy, the least that you need to do is under this color area, go to brand primary and you'll put in your brand hex color here. And so I'm going to put in that teal color that I had in my logo. 9, 8. And so now that's going to change most all the buttons on that site to my brand color. Save. And so now I can close this out, go back into the website editor, and I'm going to have to refresh here to make sure that it loads that new theme that I created. I go under settings, under global theme. I'm going to change this to what I just saved that theme as, Pet Promo. And so now it changed the search bars and the buttons and some of that information to my brand color. Save. Refresh. And so now you can see it better matches my brand. So also as you hover over these, there's that quick view button. If you had another brand color and you wanted to change that quick view, we can go back into the theme editor and I'll just show you real quick where you could edit that. So that's pulling, we can see that that's pulling from the warning button. So now I can go under here, under colors, under the warning, and I can change that to my other brand color. So that changed it to that brown. I can save that. Now if I go back to my live preview and I refresh, and now when I hover, it's showing that color there instead of the other one. Go under product collections and hit manage. And if I wanted to add some other collections to be able to create some links, or maybe even you wanted to hand pick some products that have to do with pets for like that product ribbon, you have the ability to control what products show, how you want them to show. We have several different filters. So you could do add filter. You could filter it by, so we'll go supplier, Promopet. Then we'll add a second filter, and maybe you want to do it by keyword and type in maybe grooming and see how many products that comes. So there are 9 that come. And so once I do that, I can actually preview those and see what products are coming if I hit preview. That didn't work right. So since I had it to not show that catalog select screen, then that messes up whenever I preview. Normally, whenever you preview, it shows all of your collections, but we had set that to not show the collection select screen. So that's why that's not showing up there. Let's see here. I'll go change it real quick, just so you can kind of see. Yes. Okay, now if I go back in here and I hit preview, no, it's still not doing it. Okay, so in the template, it must be set to for the catalog page not to show that. I'll fix that so that anybody who actually goes in tries to create a template that they do get to be able to, you know, if you want to mess with your collections, it does show it the way it's supposed to. As soon as I get done with this, I'll fix that on a template. Okay, let's try this again. So if I go to preview, okay. So now I can actually see what's pulling from the collections that I'm creating. Go back here. Some other options too is you could maybe do a subcategory. I believe we have a pet product, pet accessories. You could pull all the pet accessories. We'll remove that one. We also have a full webinar on using the product collections tool. So if you're really interested in going further than what we've shown today, you can go to our training resources area, and you will find one on product collections that'll help you learn more about that. But I just wanted to kind of give you a quick overview and let you know how customizable it can be if you wanted to. Otherwise, just those few simple things and you can have a pet website in probably 15 minutes. That's all I really have to talk about.
Okay.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, I was just going to tell you I had a couple questions for you if you have a couple minutes.
Okay, sure.
Could you hit on the domain name options? We had some questions about that.
Oh, okay. So we will host your domain. You can use a subdomain if we're already hosting your main website and you already have your main domain in Distributor Central, and you wanted this to be like pet.mydomain.com, you can also use your subdomain. So instead of it being this .dcpromosite.com, it could be pet.yourdomain.com. And all of that is done within the domains area. You would add your domain in. If your domain is already added in there, then whenever you go to manage on your pet site, if you already had one, you could hit link domain. Let me see if I can just do a bogus one and see if it works, just to show you. So you would add your domain. If you have email with your domain, you always want to make sure you do manage your own domain name servers. Otherwise, if you choose this one, it's going to mess up your email. So you would do this, and then you got to go wherever your domain is registered, and you need to point it to our IP address. We actually have a help doc. If you go to help.distributorcentral.com and you type in domain, we have help documents on how to link the domains. And I believe we have one on subdomain too. Yeah. How to add a subdomain. So that you can actually go there, and that gives you step-by-step instructions of how you would connect your domain. But yes, it definitely can be done.
Awesome. And then I had somebody ask about that free image website. What was that again?
It's unsplash.com.
Unsplash.com. Cool.
And I just put in pets, and they had some really good pictures in there. So that's what I use anytime I'm looking for free images. And then also the place where I created the logo is a really good one too, canva.com. They have a free plan. Whenever you go to sign up, you just have to skip. It'll try to make you, put information in to buy the pro or premium, but you can skip past that and get the free version.
Cool. And who can we contact to talk in general about Distributor Central? I can answer that one. You can reach out to info@distributorcentral.com, and our tech line would be 888-516-7401. And I know Natalie showed a lot of resources as well here. Let's see. I do have some other questions for Katie, but what I think, since we're coming up on time, what I'll do is I'll just send all these questions over so that Katie and then everybody over there can reach back out and talk to each of you individually regarding your questions and give you some of those resources. Katie, did you have anything else you wanted to discuss today?
No, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly at katie@wovenbrands.com, or you can reach out to our customer service team at info@wovenbrands.com, or you can go ahead to our website, promopet.com, and link up through live chat that way.
Awesome. Great. Well, that's all we have today. I appreciate everyone's time and hope you have a great afternoon. Thanks so much. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.